Hello, children. Standard 7 Geography. Children, we are going to start our new lesson. Lesson number 5 Winds. Children, we experience wind. The movement of air is called wind. From this lesson, we are going to understand why does this air move. Our lesson number 5 Winds. Children, can you tell? See outside the window of your classroom. Which objects are moving and which are still? Children, if when we look at the outside of the window, we can see the drying clothes and the leaves of the tree are moving on the winds. But the houses, building, heavy vehicles and the other heavy objects are still on their place. They are not moving. Children, which objects are moving on their own? We can see the drying clothes and the leaves of the tree are moving, but they do not move their own. They move by the winds. Children, can you tell which objects are not moving on their own and why? Children, we can see the heavy and overweighted objects should not be moved due to their heavy weight. Children, with this question, we can understood we feel the wind but cannot see it. When the certain object in our surrounding move, we experience wind. This movement of air is called wind. Children, let's understand why does air move from this lesson. Children, for this, try this activity. Fold a paper into two same size roll. Keep the both paper roll on the one side of a table. You and your friend should select one roll each without touching the roll of the paper or the table. What can be done to move the paper roll to the other end of the table? So children, to get the paper roll to the other side of the table, it has to be pushed forward by the wind, for which some measure has to be taken to create the wind. So you can see in the figure, the girl is trying to move the paper roll forward by blowing the book. And the boy is blowing the paper roll with his mouth. See who moved the paper roll first to the other end of the table. You can see in the figure, the girl's paper roll will go to the other end of the table faster. What could be the reason of the delay in the making the rolls reach to the other end of the table? You can see in the figure, the boy is blowing the paper roll with his mouth, and due to the low wind speed, his paper roll will be delayed to reaching the other side. Children, what can we do to move the paper roll to the other end of the table with a greater speed? If we increase the wind speed by using a table fan or the other high speed wind generating material, the paper roll will reach the other side faster. Next question, can a bottle filled with water be moved to the other end of the table in this manner? Or next, can we use the same method that you try for the moving the paper roll? Children, you know a bottle filled with water cannot be pushed forward on the other side like the paper roll due to its heavy weight. So, we had to learn we feel the winds but cannot see it. When the certain object in our surrounding move, we experience wind. The movements of the air is called wind. But we always feel the difference in the speed of this wind. Sometimes the wind speed is high and sometimes it is low. Let us know the geographical reason behind this difference in the wind speed. Student, we had a learn in last lesson that the air pressure is not uniform across all the earth's surface. Air moves from the high pressure areas towards the low pressure areas in horizontal manners, and winds are generated due to these movements. The extent of the difference in the air pressure affect the velocity of the winds. If there is a less difference in the pressure, winds blow with the less velocity. If there is a greater difference in the air pressure, winds blow with the greater velocity. Wind speed also varies. Wind's velocity is measured in the units of knots and kilometer per hour. Children, when we consider the earth as a whole, we find the direction of the winds is influenced by the rotation of the earth. In the northern hemisphere, winds get deflected towards the right of their original direction, whereas in the southern hemisphere, they get deflected towards the left of their original direction. You can see in the figure. The rotation of the earth from the west to east caused the change in the original direction of the winds. Student, can you tell? Observe the figure and answer the question. Which are the winds in the northern hemisphere that blow from the mid-latitudinal high pressure belt to the equatorial low pressure belt? You can see in the figure the winds are blowing from the mid-latitudinal high pressure belt towards the equatorial low pressure belt are called easterlies wind. Next question. What is the direction of the westerlies in the southern hemisphere? Children, you can see in the figure the westerlies wind that blow in the southern hemisphere from the northwest to the southeast direction. Next question, question number 3. Which planetary winds blow from the mid-latitudinal high pressure belt to the subpolar low pressure belt in the northern hemisphere? Children, you can see in the figure the winds that blow from the mid-latitudinal high pressure belt to the subpolar low pressure belt are called westerlies wind. Next question. Why is the direction of the polar winds not the same in the both the hemisphere? Children, you can see in the figure polar winds are blow in the northern hemisphere from the northeast to the southwest, whereas in the southern hemisphere from the southeast to the northwest. We had to learn the direction of the wind is influenced by the rotation of the earth. Earth rotation from west to east caused the change in the origin direction of the wind. Therefore, the direction of the polar winds not the same in the both the hemisphere. Next question. Name the winds that blow in the southern hemisphere. Children, you can see in the figure the winds that blow in the southern hemisphere from the mid-latitudinal high pressure belt towards the equatorial low pressure belt are called easterlies wind. Second, that the winds blow from the mid-latitudinal high pressure belt to the subpolar low pressure belt are called westerlies wind. And third, the winds blow from the pole to the subpolar low pressure belt are called polar winds. So all these kinds of winds that blow in the southern hemisphere. Next question, in which direction do the easterlies blow in the northern and the southern hemisphere? So children, you can see in the figure the direction of easterlies blow in the northern hemisphere from the northeast to the southwest direction, whereas in the southern hemisphere from the southeast to the northwest direction. Children, with all this question answer, we understand the direction of the winds that blow on the earth's surface. And we also had to learn the original direction of the winds is influenced by the rotation of the earth. Student, winds are known by the direction from which they blow. For example, westerlies are winds that blow from the west. The direction of blowing, the duration, and the region cover, and the condition of the air determine the following winds type. Number 1. Planetary winds. Children, some winds blow regularly on the earth from the high to low pressure belt throughout the years. These winds cover a large portion of the earth. Hence, these winds are called planetary winds. For example, the easterlies, the westerlies, and the polar winds. Children, in both the hemisphere, the winds blow from the high pressure area between 25° and 35° parallel to the equatorial low pressure belt are called easterlies wind. Due to the rotation of the earth, the original direction of this wind is changed. In the northern hemisphere, they blow from the northeast to the southwest, whereas in the southern hemisphere, they blow from the southeast to the northwest. These winds coming from the both sides converge near the equatorial low pressure belt. These winds are known as the easterlies. Next, in both the hemisphere, winds blow from the mid-latitudinal high pressure belt to the subpolar low pressure belt, situate near 60° parallels. Their original direction changed due to the rotation of the earth. In the southern hemisphere, these winds blow from the northwest to the southeast. In the northern hemisphere, they blow from the southwest to the northeast. These winds are called westerlies. Next, in both the hemisphere, winds blowing from the polar high pressure belt to the subpolar low pressure belt between 55 to 65° parallel are called polar wind. Generally, they blow from east to west. Children, all these winds are called planetary winds. Student, do you know winds in the southern hemisphere blow with greater velocity? The southern hemisphere is mostly occupied by ocean. In this hemisphere, the obstacle caused by the relief of the land surface is almost absent. As there is no obstacle, winds blow with greater velocity in the southern hemisphere as compared to the northern hemisphere. Their characteristics are follow. Number 1. Beyond 40° south parallels, winds blow with tremendous velocity. These winds are called roaring 40s. Next, around 50° south parallels, winds are stormy. Hence, they are called furious 50s. Next, the stormy winds around 60° south parallels make tremendous noise and hence they are called screeching 60s. Children, why are such winds not found in the northern hemisphere at 40°, 50° and 60° parallel? This is because the land area in the northern hemisphere is high, which obstacle the speed of wind, and therefore the wind speed is low in the northern hemisphere. So children, in this lesson we had studied how the winds are formed, why their original directions are changed, as well as we had learned some types of winds from this lesson. Thank you.